What up, y'all? Back again. I put together a few different or several different pictures from different World's Fairs and things, but I mean, these are just gorgeous buildings and structures. I mean, we're talking about like what late 1800s, early 1900s, like 1903 and stuff like that. I mean, look at these things. How did we build that crap? How did we build that? We can't build that today. We can't even come close. And then all the stuff that is around it, as far as the history and or the non-believable stuff that doesn't make any sense. The size of these monstrosities and the weight was that was related to them. I mean, they had weird stuff, incubators and carnivals. There was children everywhere without parents, and they seemed to be getting shipped all over the world to repopulate this place. There was this mud flood that occurred about 200 years ago that nobody's talking about. Nobody wants to talk about that one. And, the maps have changed, the shorelines and things. If you go back in time on the old maps, you'll find like the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal, they were just redug out. They were already there. Just some interesting things and all these locks and stuff that they use for these canals. It's pretty interesting how awesome that type of technology is. And these structures, if we could build these things today, we'd be building them. I promise you. But we ain't. In fact, they're all getting wrecked and destroyed and purposefully abandoned, or they'll put some horrific nightmare story to it so it seems to be haunted or something. We are not progressively getting better in time. We are progressively getting worse. We are degrading in every which way. I mean, these structures, you wouldn't dare go tag those structures with no spray paint. They would today. You see how in every way we've gone downhill. I mean, people were wearing, different. Everything was different. That's just a whole interesting concept. But before the 1800s, before some kind of reset from some catastrophe, but I believe it was a biblical one because that's what I believe the nature of. I just believe that when that Millennial Kingdom, when he said he was coming back, and I'm not a preterist, so don't throw that at me. But what you have to find is you got to start digging when you find stuff like this, and you start understanding and looking at it from a new set of eyes, and there's no freaking way we built this stuff. And it was built for gigantic people, at least 10 to 15 footers, and they weren't Nephilim, so that would be ridiculous. These were kingdom people. And it makes you wonder, maybe when you see those halos of those, oil paintings and stuff that were supposedly about these saints. And they have all these different saints, in some of these churches and stuff, and you used to scratch your head. Well, maybe those were the saints that were here, I mean, not that we really should, pray to them or something. We don't do that. But I'm saying, like, they might have been all those people with all those different names that you're wondering where'd they come from. They weren't in the Bible, but maybe because they were painted and they already were here and had a royal title to them. But you'll find a lot of this stuff gets, kind of hijacked or reused, repurposed. Or it was free masonry because they got it for free, and they were founders because they found the crap. And and all the oligarchs were the ones that swooped it up before they repopulated these cities with the regular folk, us. But we didn't build these things. And the modern stuff is just fake. It's prefabricated, or it just shows you what kingdom we're in now. We're back in the enemy's kingdom, because he's fake. So even his construction's faux and fake and a facade. Everything he does is a facade. But this stuff here was all real and authentic. And that tells you it was kingdom stuff. Then they added several hundred years to this historical narrative that we have. A lot of different things took place, but to think that, this stuff was going to happen 2,000 plus years later, and I did, but it's not possible. It happened already, and it was hidden. Thank you for watching.